Thanks everybody for joining today. I hope to keep it short. Audio, video, okay. Let's focus on that for now, please. I've seen cases involving traders falsifying statements, taking money from investors to trade in bogus accounts, etc. Schemes such as insider trading and more. My case was revolving around wording on the old website and disclosures and technicalities with my NFA licensing, a CTA, Commodities Trading Advisor. It did escalate to a big lawsuit mainly because of my mistake or mishandling the case and getting the wrong advice. And that you will notice that getting the wrong advice has been part of the whole thing, the mistakes that I've made throughout this. Um, First of all, let me emphasize on that my current website, TTI, is not a part of this. It's been operating successfully since 2016 that's over 4 years now, and with a huge following. And it's not part of the case, as I mentioned. My teaching and trading methods are not being questioned. Okay, so that's something very positive for members and students and whomever wants to join in the future. My case limited to the period of July 2014 and end of 2015. This is the only period where I had partners under Global Trade Room. I have been doing this for 18 years, mostly as a one-man show. The case was the period that I mentioned. The website, the GTR, was run by 3 partners. Okay. Here are some of the highlights that most of you already know. If you joined me in 2015 or just earlier, you know this. These things you know. You've been with me for a long time. In 2014, okay, and this is what put us on the map. Dean Hanley, against all my objections, was brought to the room to do a review about Global Trade Room and the 3 traders. Okay? And he wrote a glorifying review about us. Let me show you. Where is that? 1 second. Okay, here's. Good morning, Pat. He wrote a glorifying review about us, and it put us on the map because he had 250,000 followers, etc. Now this guy came to the room for about 6 weeks, non-stop. Okay, he reviewed us, and his review was based on his own criteria. By the way, again, I'll emphasize, I'd never agreed for him to come into the room. I was pushed by my sales manager at that time. We put this aside for now. Now, late 2015, about September, Emmett Moore, with his blog, most of you are familiar with it, bashed Global Trade Room. Okay, his blog, based on what my partners claimed during their time with me, it started as an email exchange war. It was a big war between him and my sales manager. And I didn't know about the war until later on, way past anything I could have done. Okay? And let me show you the war. Of course, he bashed 90% or more of other rooms. Let me show you. I'll show you what I'm showing you, just a small part, folks, of this, what you need to see. There's more details. Here is an email between Emmett Moore and my sales manager. You read it. And it says, am I extorting you for 20,000 or 20K? Let me be very frank with you, bang bang. I'm going to do everything in my power to see that you are taken down. So it was a war between them. I had no idea this was happening. Okay? You are a complete and total fraud, and I have so much videos so much video on you that is outrageously illegal. You do realize these recordings can be used in a criminal proceeding. So go ahead, keep blowing in your webinars. I'm still there, I'm still recording. So folks, there's a war between my sales manager and the biggest blogger in this industry. One of the most prominent bloggers in this industry, followed by millions. And I'm not aware of this. Nobody's coming to me. Nobody's asking me if the guy can review. Okay? I had no idea. That's that. And then we had, finally, which was the icing on the cake, my main partner, my sales manager, trade room helper, you folks know of him, he brought so much hate and criticism to me and to the room because he wasn't the person he claimed to be. He came to us saying that he was a broker. Anybody remembers that? He was a broker. He was a stock and trading broker. After this happened, somebody exposed him. I had no idea. It turned out to be he was not what he claimed to be. And here's what he wrote me after this whole thing happened, after the big blowout. Look at this. He wrote me something in early 2016. Read this. He says, Simon, I've been wanting to reach out to you for a few weeks. Folks, I'm reading this and I'm emotional about this because this was the most hurtful thing that happened to me because somebody who lied to me. I brought them in, I paid them well, I gave them so much authority, and they did not tell me about their history. My dealing with people was shaking hands. I shake your hand, I trust you, you trust me. He says, I'm sorry, you are taking a beating on Emmett's site. In part because of me, I thought about posting that. I thought about posting that you didn't know of my past. I'd never shared it, but I realized that I would only fuel more comments. Okay? And of course, bad reviews. Cowards that hide themselves behind the keyboards or behind the screens. He's talking about people who are blogging about us or about me. Can't reason with them. Okay? So I decided not to waste my time. And he go on about him and the other partner who left me, and they started their own business, how good, how amazing they were. So you see, folks, and I have more evidence, folks. What I'm showing you is just for the purpose of this to keep it short. This is very emotional to me. And one thing you have to know about me, I kept this for myself for 4 years. I'm not the person who would go find a reason for a failure. No, I'll face it, and I will admit it, and I will move on. Folks, these things happened to me. A very big lawsuit, and I still continued with my members. I never left them alone. I know started, of course, I know this. I know he started the room and he solicited all the students and he denied that he stole my students and my theory, my teaching, etc. So I didn't have, at that time, folks, I didn't have a legal agreement between me and the other staff or other partners. I trusted everybody. A handshake was enough for me. Okay? Thank you, Louis, for bringing that up. Again, I'm not crying or pretending to be a victim, but I am a man who trusted others and saw good in everything. I still see good in everything, and that's one of my things that everybody knows about me. I believe in a handshake, which cost me a lot, folks. Yes, I could have done researches, etc. But Mark, I trusted others. I trusted the man. I trusted everybody. So, how did the CFTC approach me, and what was their main concern? In 2016, August, coming back from the summer holiday, I had a letter from the CFTC, and I never took it seriously because I thought, uh, why would anybody question me? I never invested anybody's money. I never took any money from anybody. Um, I never traded any of my accounts. Um, and I am offering unlimited free trials. So why would anybody question me? I don't know about legalities and things that matter to the CFTC. Again, I'm not holding anything. I'm not saying anything bad about them. This is their job. They are a group of lawyers and running this whole business. I thought this is an easy case because they will see that I have nothing, and they will dismiss it. I have to tell you this, folks, and I have to tell it as is because if I lie about this, I'll be in more trouble because I signed a deal that to tell it as is. I cannot create things. Look at the disclaimer right at the bottom. Therefore, whatever I'm saying in the video is really what happened. Um, so, if I'm offering unlimited trials, folks, some people joined me after 4 months of trials. I offered a money back guarantee. If you join me and if you don't like it, as long as you have not accessed and download the videos, you can still get it back, get your money back. And I've done refunds for many people. I've done refunds for somebody who actually, my main enemy, I refunded her money, okay? She didn't like it or she was confused. And then after a month or so, she came back and she wanted to join, or maybe 3 weeks. And she joined. This time, she was happy. But after the blog and everything, she wanted her money back. Doesn't make sense. No one joined the trials based on my CTA licensing or based on my verbiage or disclaimers on the website. Everybody joined the trials because somebody glorified us. Somebody put us out there saying that we are the best of the best, which was Mr. Dean Hanley. Okay? He came and he really tried us out. He saw us, he followed us. Okay? So one major concern, not updated properly. I'll tell you why. I got my CTA licensing in 2007. I had plans on their website or on their last judge or ruling. They said I never had a CTA license, or I always had a CTA license. Always. Here, this is a copy. This is like a couple of months ago. I copied it from them. It says, this is my old address, my number, Features FX, operating as Feature FX, and this was my actual licensing. So I always had a CTA license. The problem is it was not updated properly. Why is that? In 2007, I obtained this. In 2012, I obtained it under a corporation which was under my name, and the sub-name of the corporation was Features FX. It was not current, exactly. So in 2012 or 12 or 11, that corporation dismantled because I never used it and I decided to dismantle it. I kept renewing my NFA licensing through paying $100 a year, but I never updated the information because I thought it's under my name. Who cares, right? That was a mistake, big mistake, legal mistake I didn't know about. I really didn't know. It's there. Features FX is there. My number is there. My old address is there. Of course, they held this CTA licensing. I requested to remove it or to cancel it, but from 2016 until now, they put a stop to it because they have to hold it, and because they held it, they were able to investigate me. I ignored everything until I received a call from a CFTC officer asking some intimidating questions. This is when I decided to hire a lawyer. My first lawyer was a big mistake. The nicest person you can talk to, but not knowledgeable, not aggressive. It lasted for 3.5 years dealing with the CFTC. Bank statements I gave them, PayPal statements. I signed the subpoenas to go through my everything. I traveled to Chicago for testimony. It drained me financially, drained me mentally. I thought, you know what, they're going to end it because what the heck, just for a CTA licensing or some things, some wording on the web. I was naive. I was really naive, and I really felt like I have nothing to hide. And I kept giving them, providing them with anything they asked for, anything. So that was a mistake. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate the comment, man. You went through all this. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Thank you, Deb. Yeah, I'm pushing forward. I never stopped, folks, supporting my students. Folks, I asked my lawyer, I told you the lawyer was a mistake, the first lawyer. I asked my lawyer, I asked, what would they do to me if I stop communicating with them because this is ridiculous? The lawyer did not have answers immediately. As I said, not the best lawyer. The best person you can talk to, beautiful person, but not the best lawyer. The lawyer ended up asking other people with their corporation, with their company, with the firm, and the lawyer came out with an answer saying, Simon, the CFTC will probably give you a slap on the hand and they will revoke your CTA license. I said, great. Oh my God, you didn't tell me this long time ago. I've been going through this 3.5 years. So I decided to stop communicating with the CFTC based on that advice. Big mistake, folks. Yes, probably there would be, it's just a slap on the hand and that's nothing else, and revoking my license. Probably it's true, okay? However, folks, my name is all over the media. It was horrible, okay? Horrible. And the CFTC put it on their website, and immediately the media picked it up. 20 different sources of media picked it up, and blogs picked it up. Where do I stand? Our business, especially for somebody like me, who's been doing this for a long time, based on my reputation and my knowledge, and where do I stand? You know what I mean? I still kept focusing on my members, because my members, my current members, my long-term members are to me very important. So the CFTC sends this to the federal court, and it's a federal court in New York. What do? I couldn't do that. I immediately contacted a different lawyer after asking people in the business to refer me to a good lawyer, aggressive lawyer. So I got a new lawyer, and he was good enough to start negotiating with the CFTC. The point is, folks, my negotiation window is done. I don't have any negotiation window. Why? Because I stopped communicating with them, and now it's in the federal court. A federal judge is dealing with it. So negotiating was out of the question. Nothing. However, my lawyer was smart enough, was good enough to find a few things to negotiate, so including my trading ability. Why my TTI, the Trader Institute, is not part of this? Because TTI, although nothing changed from the 20 years or 18 years I'm doing business, okay, it just have proper disclaimers. That's all. Nothing else changed. I have refunded money for a dead person. Believe it or not. I had a customer who signed up, and his wife emailed me after a few months saying that my husband passed, and we don't need, and I have a witness. He was a friend of one of my workers, my people who worked with me. Okay? So I got an email yesterday from a student saying that they don't believe that there's things about my honesty and my sincerity on the website. He said that he did a purchase from me and he was not supposed to buy it. It was included in the membership. Okay? Yet, within 2 hours, I refunded him the money. He didn't know. He said, if you have not refunded my money and told me, I would have just gone it as it's a normal thing. Okay? It's just sad, and I want to tell you that things will continue normal, and I wanted to do this just to make sure that everybody understands where I stand and I'm not hiding behind it. Slander, yeah. Absolutely. Yes, yes, it's attack. And this is the thing. Mark, you mentioned something very important, and in fact, it's in my next slide. Okay? Uh, it's all business. I realized this just a few months ago. Folks, it's all business. Okay? To them, it's all business. Unfortunately for me, for the past 4 years, I've been taking it personal. But it's all business. When lawyers talk, when my lawyer or my attorney talk to their lawyers, which are people who run the CFTC, it's all business. There's no emotion. I'm thinking, what the heck? It's why am I emotional about it? Emotional because it's me. People mentioning my name. How many of you signed up without coming to a trial for at least 3, 4 times? Always. Okay? Always. Everybody came to this with a trial. Everybody tried, made sure they like it, okay? They made sure they like it and then they joined. And even after you joined, you had a chance to get your money back. So what happened to that? Right? So towards losing my chances for negotiation at the end, I had to settle, folks. I don't want to go on with another 2 years with $200,000. I was really drained. I had to settle and accept. All right. My members and longtime students are very valuable to me. You folks are very valuable to me. And we had an amazing success together. Some of you, I have students with me since 2004. 2004. Folks, that is 16 years ago. All right? And I was very open about my membership. Thank you. Brother, missed a part of this. I'll watch a replay. Thank you. You've been student for 10 years. Hey, Ali. Yes, of course. Just give me those good trades. Yes, we've been up. I mean, if you followed my trade calls, I don't know if you took them or not, but this month, for the past 3 weeks, we are about maybe 4,000 or 5,000 ticks in accuracy in trade calls, and that's only 4 or 5 trades. Thank you, Mark, best teacher. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate your support, folks. Really appreciate everything you folks say. And the reason behind this, I wanted to make things clear. Um, let me tell you something. The biggest blogger. Remember we talked about this. 2015, Emmett Moore bashed me. Read this. He bashed me based on my partner's actions. Believe it or not, I'm not saying that out of my pocket. Folks, look what he said. He actually apologized to me personally. He said, however, I wanted to make a note of where I personally made a mistake on this review. Read this, folks. The owner of company is Simon Jousef. A registered CTA was never allowed a rebuttal during much of the review period. I was not able to collect much evidence as to his personal trading, since my review was based upon his employees. Okay, it probably would be more fair and even-handed the review to include his side of the story. Of course, him and I went into multiple email exchanges. I have a lot of email exchanges with Emmett. He told me in one of his emails, he says, "Don't worry about people who are bashing you on my website. They are failures." His own bloggers. Okay. Again, he's a brilliant blogger. Look at his followers. Okay. And I said I would like to take a moment and apologize to Simon for not giving him the opportunity to provide some sort of rebuttal. Okay? Let me see what. Here's his email to me, Emmett Moore's email. This is the last one, not last, but one of the emails. Honestly, you shouldn't worry too much. The hater, you shouldn't worry too much. The haters, it's more about their own personal frustration and failures. You see this? And I have exchanged email with him, and he kept saying, "We're gonna fix things. We're gonna fix things." Okay. So let me see what I have. Anyone who gets to know you understand that you're an incredible, loving, caring individual. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Father, and I'm proud. Ivan, I don't know why he does not remove it. You see, it shouldn't bother me because it's been there since 2000, September 2000, or November or September 2015, and it's and getting worse or whatever. It doesn't matter. I offer trials. As long as people come into my trials and see exactly what they need to see, it shouldn't bother me. The legal issue bothered me. Now, the legal issue is people who would tell people the story. So I'm making this video to tell people that legal issue, yes, it happened. I was guilty of it. But here are the reasons. And this is my point of view. It's wording on I didn't take anybody's money. I didn't steal anybody's money. Wording on the website, my CTA licensing, etc. Thank you for bringing that up. I wish he can take the stuff or change it. I wish he can come to the room and to the Telegram channel and actually test review us. I wish, but he never did. He will never do. I don't think he will do it. So that being said, folks, I have been doing this for a very long time. Okay, and look at this. Folks, I have been doing this for a very long time. I started with teaching in a classroom style setup. Look at this. Okay, this was in Brampton, in Mississauga. This was in Colorado. This was in Denver. All right. So, thanks everybody. I hope I did not bore you. I hope I did not neglect or miss anything. I just wanted to let you know that I'm here. I'll stay here, and I will always support my students unless they really stop me. And it's too late now because the final verdict was I can go on and do my business. Noah, Simon is a kind and honorable man, and helped me after I had financial problems. Yes, thank you, Noah. I appreciate it. Allowing me to continue to the room with no charge. Noah, really, money has never been an issue with me. Okay. Old school, yes. Old school conference. Yes, I used to do that. Thank you, proud member of TTI. Appreciate it. I think I saw the back of my head. Oh, you were there, Lewis. You were in Denver. I don't like to take things personally anymore. I have a supportive family, and I'm very grateful. I have supportive students. Some students email me, text me, call me. Feel free, folks, if you want to text me, call me, email me, or private message me on Telegram. Thank you so much. Dion, thank you so much. Proud member of TTI. Appreciate it. I got an email from a member yesterday, and I will show it to you. And if he tells me, I'll cut it out of the video. It's just, I was emotional about it, to be honest with you. Okay? Here's what he said. For me, was when I bought the sal and I paid for that, but also thought I thought I owed for the profile or another indicator. Within a couple of hours, you contacted me and refunded my overpayment. I would never have been able to catch that mistake. So thank you. You have, you have earned my highest place in my good list, or the highest place in my good list. I would take some serious evidence. It would take some serious evidence to convince me that my evaluation was wrong. or is wrong. So thank you so much. I've been back. I've been gone for a while. Yes, you've been cooking for a while, Chris, Mr. Chef. Blessing. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Thanks, Nirush. Purap, thank you. 100% to you many. Yes, we spoke many times. You have never pushed me. Yes, I never pushed anybody. Thank you for bringing that up. In fact, you asked me to learn first. Yes, Purab approached me and I told him, you know what? Your level, you're wasting money with me. You go learn the basics and then come to me. So, yes. Bill, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Seth, thank you. All the kind words and the support, and enjoy your weekend, everybody. Thank you so much.